Hello, I'm Chris Winkle, and this is my pitch to get you to listen to my podcast. I'm a teacher in West Michigan, and I've been in education for 19 years. I love podcasts, and I never thought that I would make one, but I hope that my podcast is something that you really like. Here's my story. I guess the whole thing started many years ago when my school went through a pretty rough restructuring. We lost about half of our planning time, our class sizes became way larger, and the general vibe was, well, you can probably guess what the general vibe was. Somehow, though, even as a newish teacher, I managed not only to keep my job, but also kind of landed a sweet gig. That was something that did not go unnoticed by many of my colleagues. So I decided to adopt a new unofficial responsibility of maintaining a general feeling of happiness among my coworkers, at least whatever amount I could squeeze out of them when things were so rough. Mostly this meant organizing a little fun. Hanging out together after school on Fridays, food themed events in the teacher's lounge, or a goofy holiday celebration from time to time. And that worked for a long time. And then we hit COVID, or more accurately, COVID hit us. I fought it and denied it for as long as I could, but I took a huge step back when we first did school virtually, and then we did this kind of hybrid thing for a while, and that was way worse. This absolutely wrecked me. So I figured out that I don't really process emotions properly. I have to write them down. And as I'm working through all the things I needed to work through during COVID, I started to add a little bit more of myself into what I was doing to spread a little joy among the staff in my building. Then one day I just kind of opened up. I sent an email like I normally do, inviting everyone to some socially distanced event, and gave this like part pep talk, part therapy session. I was really nervous about sending this email. I must have run it past my wife a half a dozen times before I sent it. And it took me a long time to realize that I wasn't just writing it for my friends and my colleagues, I was writing it for myself. I have continued to write these emails for years now, and I've had a lot of wonderful feedback from my friends at work, some who I honestly didn't think would even bother to read them. And they make comments like, you should save them and write a book, or, I forwarded this one to a friend who I thought could use it. And I was very flattered and sometimes really moved by what people said, but still, this was just me processing, albeit in a semi-public way. But then, like she so often does, my wife challenged me. She said I should be sharing these messages with more people. I mean, she said my gift, but that sounds so pretentious, I would never say that. Well, now we're here. I would like to share my processings, my revelations, and sometimes my ramblings with you. I share them with my school on Friday, but I think Monday makes more sense. So I'm going to post a new one each week on Sunday night so you can listen on your commute to school or before the kids start showing up. My goal with this? I want you to remember why you decided to work with young people in the first place. I want you to remember how important the work you do is for all of us. And I want to remind you that our job is hard. It sucks sometimes, and it's okay if you're not always at your best. And I know you know that, but if you're like me, you need to be reminded regularly. And that's why this podcast is called Lessons We Forgot. If this sounds like something you could use in your life, please listen to the first few episodes and I'll have one waiting for you once a week after that. Thank you.